Oh, wow, The coffee was attacking my throat. Welcome back to another fantastic episode of 4-8 Live and Fantathon, our quest to catch the Let's Play every single Final Fantasy mainline game and some bonuses, and we are back here with Final Fantasy VI. Oh boy, it's time. It is time for the Magic Tower of Doom. I am excited. Hope you guys are excited too. Welcome everybody. We have some things to talk about real quick. Listen, I'm not very happy. Soldier, thank you so much for the 1,500 bits. I'm not very happy right now. I don't know. Let me just explain. So, more information came out about the Pixel remasters for Final Fantasy 1 through 6. Let me start with the good news, okay? The Pixel remaster looks pretty great. Okay? It looks like they took the original games and they didn't just touch them up. They really they look great. They really do. Like, the graphics look really cool. If you're not a fan of the series and you want to get into the series, but you don't want to go back and play the god-awful NES version, it looks like a pretty good alternative. Like, it looks like much better than the Steam versions where they changed a ton of stuff. It really does look like they took the original games and just made them look better. Made them look more modern so that newer fans could get into them, right? And I think that was their goal with Pixel Remaster anyways. Square Enix's biggest goal in life with literally everything they do is to get people that aren't Final Fantasy fans to be Final Fantasy fans. That's their number one goal. That's why they did the remake. That's why Final Fantasy 15 was the way it was. That's why this is the way it is, right? That's all they care about, is we want to get people that have never played Final Fantasy to play Final Fantasy. So in that aspect, they look pretty decent. Okay? But if you're a fan of the series, there's some problems, okay? It's a little frustrating, to be honest. Being someone that has watched Square Enix up to this point and just feels like there's so much wasted potential in what the Pixel Remaster could have been. And it seems like every other company on the planet has figured it out by now. Every other company on the planet has figured out that if you take all of the Mega Man games and put them in a legacy collection and give some bonuses to the hardcore fans, not only are the hardcore fans going to buy it, but new fans are going to buy it as well. Everyone's going to rejoice, and it's going to be awesome. You know what I mean? It seems like every other company has realized, like, we don't have to make it, we don't have to garner it towards new fans. We can just make a really nice collection for the fans, and other people will jump on board, you know? That's why we see so many collections like this, like the Mega Man collections, you name it. There's a collection. All of the old Sonic collections, the NES Classic in general, like all these different collections of old retro games, they don't upgrade them. They don't, they add special features and stuff, but the games are the games. The Legacy Collection is an incredibly good collection of the Mega Man games, even down to the lag. Everything. It is perfectly emulated versions of the original games. And in fact, Mega Man's a good example because the Mega Man Anniversary Collection that came out for PS2 didn't sell so well. And the reason it didn't sell so well is they upgraded the games to get rid of the lag and make it more of like a newer experience. And people were like, what is this garbage? I want the original. So when the Legacy Collections came out, they made sure it was emulated correctly. You got, like, everything about it is just the original games ported, right? And it seems like every other company understands that. And even, you know, if they want to upgrade the game, they give you the option to use the original graphics or whatever, you know what I mean? And even Square did that with Final Fantasy VII Steam. But for some reason, Square Enix has just kind of lost the plot, and now they seem to think that the only way to play the retro Final Fantasy games is in some kind of upgraded form, whether it be a mobile version, a Steam version with completely different graphics, a DS version that's changed to be a 3D game, or this pixel remaster thing. They can't just collect the ports and release the ports. That's just impossible for them. There is no way for them to take the original games and just make a Final Fantasy collection, which is what I and a lot of other people have been dreaming about for a long time, so that we can get the generation under us, our kids, to just play the games. Not a mobilized version of it or whatever, but just the games, right? So what we get instead is this pixel remaster thing, which, like I said, I want to make this clear, they do look pretty good. But there's some problems. First of all, it's not a collection. It's 6 separate games. I don't understand why. I don't understand why. Some people think that basically the reason is because the games are so different that you might only want to buy Final Fantasy VI or Final Fantasy III or whatever. You might not want all 6 games. But it seems like everyone else understands that if you make a collection, people will buy the collection just for the fact that it's a collection. It's a collector's thing. People, you know, you don't want just 3 and 6. You just want them all, right? That's the whole point of a collection. Instead, it's 6 separate games, and then you can get them for a bundle, which is fine and cool, but why not make a collection? They have, you know, I have, like, look at this. I have all these big books. You know, I have 1, I have 3. You see those 3 books? You see those 3 books? And then this? You see this? 1 through 6? It's all in here? Like, why are we not taking advantage of any of this? You could put all this in a collection. You have all this art. You have all these maps and stories and just so many things you could put in a collection. But instead, we just sell the games as separate Steam games, and that's it. You get nothing but the game. Why not make it a collection and have all this optional content like the Mega Man Legacy collections do? They have all this. This is a Square product. So they have all this, you know, ready to go. It's not like this is all lost. This isn't like this came with the Final Fantasy 1 game and now it's all lost. And I mean, no, they have all of this. They still sell this book. So why are they not using this stuff, you know? So we get these cool Mega Man Legacy collections where they have concept art and they combine some of the games you can play. For those of you that haven't played the Mega Man Legacy collection, you can fight Mega Man 6 bosses with Mega Man 1 powers and stuff. They have like a whole gauntlet where you can go through all the bosses of all the games all in a row. And they have all these cool like little special things like that. I don't know why it's so hard for Square to understand that we would love something like that, right? So that's the first problem. It's fine that it's a bundle, and it's fine that you can buy separately, but why we don't have some kind of collection where they could actually use all this stuff, all this fandom, all this lore, you know, there's just so much that they could be using and they're not using it, right? So that's problem 1. Problem 2, still not on console. It's only on Steam and mobile, which is total nonsense because the games are console games, and that's what we want to play them on. Third problem, is that the bundle is like $90 or so, but it's on sale if you buy them all together. It's like 75 bucks. If you don't buy them all together, like let's say you want to try, you've never played a Final Fantasy game in your life, so you want to try Final Fantasy 1, and you try it and you like it, and you kind of buy them, you know, buy 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, you're going to pay like 95 bucks for 6 games, which we've been over this a couple of times. Some people think that price is okay. I'm kind of the opinion that that's way too expensive. I don't know. Like, I know they're Final Fantasy and I know they're big RPGs, but to put it in perspective, Mega Man, although a shorter game, was the same price as Final Fantasy when they came out. So we're saying that Mega Man 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 all together is worth like 60 bucks, but Final Fantasy 1 through 6 is 90-ish bucks, 75 if you buy them all at the same time. And you get nothing. You get just the games. You don't get any bonus content. There's 6 separate things. You don't even get a nice collection where you can have a menu of them all. So there's an argument to be made that it's worth the money, but I don't know, man. My personal opinion is that that's way too much. I think you can make the argument that maybe it's the right, like if you actually break it down, $75 matches what they should be. But here's my argument. No one cares the technical side of it, right? If technically the games are worth $75, if technically it's $80 MSRP, that doesn't matter. The technicality doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is what people are going to spend. So let me ask you this. Those of you that think that that $75 is the right price, let me ask you this. If you've never played a Final Fantasy game and you want to get into Final Fantasy, do you think $75 is the right number to pay to try out Final Fantasy 1 through 6? This is supposed to be targeted towards people that have never played Final Fantasy, so it should feel like a bargain. You know what I mean? That's the whole point of this Pixel Remaster, is to get people into the series. So it needs to be a price that people can look at it and be like, yeah, I'll try it out. But it's more expensive than a brand new PS5 game. So like, I can play 6 old RPGs, or I could save money and buy the brand new Ratchet and Clank game, or buy the brand new Demon Souls game. Like, you know what I mean? It's just not, I don't think this is the right price point if you're trying to get people to get excited about it, right? Maybe technically it's the right price, but I don't think it's the right price to get people excited. I don't think people are running out and buying it for 75 bucks. I think if the bundle is 75 bucks, 95% of people are just going to buy the one they want, right? If your choice is Final Fantasy 1 through 6 for $75, or Final Fantasy 5 and 6 for under 40, which one are you going to pick? Like, would you rather have Final Fantasy 6 and 5 for 35 bucks? Or Final Fantasy 1 through 6 for 75? Which one of those sounds better to you? To me, that's a no-brainer. If you've heard that 6 and 5 are incredible, 1 through 3 are, depends on your opinion. I don't know. It's just, it doesn't feel right. So, I don't know. The price is a bit of a yikes. And finally, the other thing I wanted to talk about is that the whole project just feels like they didn't have the love and care that they should have had. These are the games that literally brought them out of bankruptcy. These are the games that they're still making millions of dollars on today. This is their baby. This is The Legend of Zelda for Square Enix. Okay? And they just never put the same amount of care into the games that brought them to where they are today than any other company that I've ever seen. And to prove it to you, if you go on the Steam page right now and look up Final Fantasy V and Final Fantasy VI, they literally copy and pasted the text from 6 to 5 down to the part where it says the 6th game in the series. If you go to Final Fantasy V, it says in the description, the 6th game in the series. You know, like, this is the kind of thing I just expect from them at this point. The pictures also, like, the text is super small and just doesn't look good. And I just wonder, like, why that's the picture they're showing. But wait, it gets better. Because everything I've told you so far is only table scraps. Only table scraps in comparison to what I'm about to tell you now. A lot of you already know this. But the absolute worst part of all of this, you don't even get Final Fantasy 4, 5, and 6 yet. I'm serious. If you pay $75 to pre-order the entire bundle, when it comes out in a few weeks, you only get Final Fantasy 1, 2, and 3. 4, 5, and 6 come later. Why? Why? For what reason? There's absolutely no reason to have it up yet. Wait until it's done. What is this? What gaming universe do we live in now where we can sell a bundle of Final Fantasy 1 through 6, but half of them aren't done yet? What other place can you go? Like, what? I just can't think of another industry where that could happen. Could you imagine buying a music album from an artist? A physical music album? And it's only got half the songs, and they send you the MP3s of the other songs later? Like, no, it's just not done yet. Like, finish it. I don't understand why we have this culture now where it can just be not finished, but we pay full price. Like, is it so much to ask, if they only have 1 through 3 finished, to pay half for the bundle, and then pay the other half later? Like, is that not possible? We have to give them all $75 now, when it's not finished? What kind of nonsense is that? I could understand pre-ordering it for $75, but then when it releases, I better get the whole thing. Like, what? Hello? It's not a Kickstarter. This is Square Enix. This is a $1 billion company. This isn't some indie developer. We're not buying Mighty Number 9. Like, this is Square Enix's flagship franchise. How is it not finished? What happened, I guarantee you, because I've watched Square Enix for the past 20 years, what happened was they were like, oh crap, we need something for E3, so let's unveil the Pixel Remaster at E3, even though it's not finished yet, and then put the first 3 on the store. Because this happens every year. Every single year, Square Enix announces something way too early at E3. That's what always happens. It happened with the Final Fantasy VII Remake multiple times. It happened with Kingdom Hearts 3. It happens with literally every game they've ever announced. They rush out the announcement, and then they're like, oh crap, it's not done yet. But why, like, just move the pre-order date back. Just move the pre-order date back. Just say it's all releasing later. I can't believe it. I can't believe we live in a world where we'll pay $75 for Final Fantasy 1, 2, and 3 with the promise of eventually we'll get 4, 5, and 6. There isn't even a date. There isn't even a date. They don't even say 4, 5, and 6 are coming in December. Nothing. It's just, they're coming. At some point, we'll give you what you spent $75 for. What? Hello? Like, you know what? I'm just gonna send Naughty Dog $70 right now for the promise of Last of Us 3. Hasn't even been announced yet. I don't care. This is what we're doing now. We're just gonna send companies our money, and eventually they'll give us a game. We don't need release dates. We don't need nothing. There isn't even a trailer. Like, the trailer is the same trailer that was shown at E3. We don't even know what 4, 5, and 6 are going to look like. But we're supposed to pay $75 now? Like, I just can't believe it. What world are we living in, man? It's just bizarre. Holy cow. It shouldn't be that hard. It really should not be that hard. Just don't announce it yet. Just wait. And then when it's done, be like, hey guys, we got 1 through 6 on Steam right now. Let's go. Buy it. I just can't believe it. I mean, come to think of it, I said that the Pixel Remaster is pretty good for new fans, but it's not, because they only get 1 through 3. Objectively, the worst of the series. You know, if you're a new fan to the series and you want to try it out, you have to pay $75 for the 3 worst games, and then wait for 4, 5, and 6 to come out at some point. How is that fair for new fans? How's that going to get them excited? It's not. In fact, I think if you paid $75 and you only got 1 through 3, you'd probably want your money back if you were a new fan to the series. You'd be like, wow, these kind of suck. For $75, these kind of suck. Final Fantasy 1 with a better UI, the UI isn't even that great, it looks ugly, is not worth that money. It's just not. Oh, but Death, you get auto battle. Yes, finally, guys, we get auto battle in the original Final Fantasies. No longer do we have to think and use our brain and hit buttons on a controller. None of that. We can just watch the game play itself. It's so, oh my god. I can finally eat ramen and play Final Fantasy at the same time. Please, Square, take my $75. No. Don't ever say that again. Final Fantasy 12 is not auto battle. Anyone that thinks that didn't play Final Fantasy 12. I think you're memeing me because you like Final Fantasy 12. That's the one thing I hate so much about opinions on 12. Isn't it just auto battle? Yeah, you're trolling because you like 12. Alright. back to the magic tower. I don't remember what exactly killed me up here so much. I remember you can only use magic, and I remember there's the different leveled enemies, but I can't remember what it was that kept killing me in particular. These guys have reflect, so I had to find something that worked with them. I think I can just cast reflect on... Maybe I should just, Oh my god, are you kidding me? Wait a second. Does she have reflect, even though she's stoned? Please don't reflect. Alright. God, this tower sucks so bad. Oh my god, and they like disappear too. I don't think Dispel works on these guys, does it? I think they just have Perma. Yeah, they do. Oh, he showed himself. That was funny. I'm like already out of MP. The Steam bundle is 1 through 6. That's what I said. But it's only 1 through 3 now. 4, 5, and 6 comes later. Because they're not finished yet. You know. Video gaming in 2021. Yeah, I think auto battle can be nice in some circumstances. What's more frustrating is that they add auto battle but nothing else. Like a good UI or anything else you'd actually want. Instead we get auto battle because that's apparently the most important thing. Alright, we need to do some things. How's it going, Mr. Rave? Alright, so I think, this stuff's useless on you right now, so let's give you... Man, the pod bracelet is really good. What's the reflect ring called? Wall ring. Let's give them both wall rings. Swordbreaker gives evade. I was gonna give him one of these just because it increases magic power. Enforcer. Well, I can't attack with it anyways. So, yeah. Shell when HP low could be cool. Cast haste. Let's do Cure Ring. Oh wow, we're like really close to learning Cure 3. Can you learn like... Holy cow, Life 2, Life 3, Cure 3, Fire 3? Recovers battle status. Keep that. Oh my god, I'm one fight away from getting all this stuff I need. How's it going, Kyleo? All good, I'm glad you're here. Vagrant, thank you so much for the 19 months. Thanks so much for being here. And Mike, thank you so much for the 11 months as well. One more month till your year. Bloompire. Stupid assassin dagger. Just wanted to learn that stuff. Yeah, there's a good chance that I literally just buy Final Fantasy 3. That's the only one that I'm interested in because it's the 2D version, and that's the only one we don't have a 2D version of. There are other ones, like Final Fantasy 2, which may be a more original version of Final Fantasy 2 than the one we got, but 3 is the only one that's going to be like a big difference. Alright, you're going to get Phoenix because frickin' Phoenix, dude. And then you're going to get Starlet. Okay. Now I am ready. So, it would probably be smart of me to put more magic casters in my party, but I don't think that's really like the issue. The issue is staying alive, because these dang things do so much damage. I can do plenty of damage. Damage is not the problem. So I kind of like having Locke and Cyan kind of being tanks in a way. And then Terra and Celeste can just blast out the damage. Yeah, one could be cool, like, depending on how much they fix also. I think if they had included ports of all the games as like a separate collection with this, it would have been so great. The safety bit still protects against auto death, right? Pretty sure. I just want to get past these level 20 magics because they're the worst. My new least favorite number is 20. I mean, realistically, Celeste should be, like, nearly invincible in this dungeon. She has, like, a 99% dodge rate on magic. But I remember at some point I got to some enemy that was just like, nah, everybody die. I think it was the level 80 dude. I kind of wonder if I should just block with Locke and Cyan. They don't do much damage. Just let Celeste and Terra do their thing. I don't know, Locke does like 1,000 damage. Beep bop, beep bop, beep bop. Yeah, this is going a lot better. I mean, we're just in general a higher level too, so. Alright, this guy was easy. I think we just do this, right? Hate to see it. Locke learned Reflect. Got the big shield. I actually like the Aegis shield better. Nothing will ever be as good as the Force shield. Don't even try. But you could probably get the Genji shield. Oh yeah. I think there was an enemy inside those chest rooms that killed me too. Oh, I got a magic urn out here. That's different. So I still don't know how to fight these things. They just kind of heal me and then leave. Oh, by the way, I should put Locke and Cyan in back row. I don't think it matters, because they're not really doing any physical attacks, but... Terra has... who's that? Celeste? Celeste has 501 MP. Yeah, the pot has an eye in Final Fantasy VII, too. Wait. No, not in 7. In 10. In 10, the eye is actually part of their gimmick. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've said this a lot, but man, am I excited to play 9. Just because it's been so long since I played 9. 9 is probably... It's probably been the longest. Obviously, all the ones, like 1 through 6, I had either not played ever, or not played since, like, high school. But other than 1 through 6, I think 9 is the longest back since I've played. And it used to be my second favorite game, so I'm really excited to get back into it and see what impressed me so much back then. Okay. They just played themselves. I don't know what these things do, but they're spooky. Ice works pretty well. He just cast Shell on me. Interesting tactic. That's some damage. Terra does so much damage. Dude, all the enemies in this tower are, like, weird. Like, as soon as they attack you with something and it gets reflected, their AI just goes bonkers. They start casting, like, good stuff on you and bad stuff on themselves, and just... It's really weird. I don't quite understand what's going on with half these fights. I don't remember if any of these guys have Reflect. I'm gonna do this to check. I don't think they have Reflect, though. Uh-oh. That's gonna hurt. Ow! Did I just block White Wind? Wait, White Wind deals damage? Ah, crap. Ice heals that guy. No! Why does Quake do so much damage? Oh, that killed him. Alright. If I see that enemy, immediate fire 3 on him. No hesitation. There's a dragon in here, what? Received Stone Cold Stunner. By God, he just tore that man in half. Randomly cast Stop. I mean, that does fit the gimmick, huh? Was a dagger. Stunner can be used by... Stone Cold. Ah, man, we don't have Stone Cold in our party. No wonder we can't use it. Shoot. Do I want to fight this dragon? This might be a mistake. I mean... I'm no baby. White Dargon. Oh god, he cast Pearl. But I have Reflect! Oh, good luck dispelling that. It's permanent. I don't know what he would be weak against. We don't have, like, dark magic. We do have, we have Quarter. Maybe Quarter works on him. Oh my god, he just spams that. Jeez. So it looks like if you reflect something, he actually counters with Dispel. But because I have Perma Reflect, it doesn't matter. Okay, Bio works. I want to try Demi, just because he's holy. Maybe he's actually weak against it. 71. A lot of health. Well, not that much. He has no weakness, apparently. Demi did not work. Give him the business. Give him the big damage. What about Quake or White Wind? Quake. Oh god, Quake probably hit me too, huh? Yeah, I shouldn't do that. Yeah, Terra's gonna make short work. Pretty interesting that this dragon's in the magic tower, so you have to fight him with magic. And then the other dragons had, like, gimmicks. This guy has a gimmick just because he happens to be in this tower. I would imagine that Pearl does pretty good damage, but he can't get through my Reflect, so... So yeah, I mean, that does okay damage. The dragon in the Opera House had a gimmick? A gimmick with his AI, or a gimmick with, like, what I could do? Because I was talking more like my actual ability. They all had kind of like AI gimmicks, but... Okay, we got a Pearl Lance. Randomly cast Pearl. That's pretty cool. Probably really good for Mog. Alright, let's not get blown up.